Hello everyone, it's Adonis Turner of Adonis Power Conditioning. I have a quick video for you guys. I'm going to try to keep it under 3 minutes. We're going to talk about why carbs are good. First things first, there's been some misinformation going on for the past probably decade, and hopefully it's eventually eradicated from human history. But they have been telling you and brainwashing you that carbs are bad for you, that if you eat bread or eat potatoes or whatever, fruit, that you're going to gain weight. There are many flaws of why that is, but I'm going to give you some reasons why carbs are good for you. We're going to try to keep it as positive as we can be. So first things first, when you have carbs, you have high energy as far as going to work, going to work out. Because all the other macronutrients don't support fueling your workouts. That's why some people drink like juice before they work out, or if they try to get a big meal, they're not getting only high protein meal, because high protein is more associated with the repairing of muscle fibers. They're getting a high carb meal, which is superior to like fueling a football game or some form of performance. That's why people who do sports, they typically are on the high carb realm as well as. But they're not only high carb, they are balanced across all the macronutrients, so proteins and fats as well. So losing weight is a lot easier when you have your carbs coming from fruits and vegetables, foods that are very, very low calorie and can fill you up over time. I'm personally a vegetarian and mostly vegan, except for some foods, so we're just gonna call it vegetarian. The reason I am that way is because I cannot stand being hungry, and the bacon and eggs and chicken that I used to eat I used to need like 1,500 calories of like ribs just to be somewhat full. But now that I'm mostly vegetarian, or excuse me, mostly vegan vegetarian diet, I could eat like a 500 calorie smoothie and be good, or 600 calories of oatmeal and just be fine. That's a lot better breakfast for me, because my lifestyle, I need to go walk and talk to people, prospect, whatever. I need to be fueled up for the day. And for me, typically, and most other people that I come across, bacon and eggs in the morning don't do that for you. They typically need more. So, and also, to lose weight, it's a lot easier because I lost 40 pounds in about a 5-month period on, at the time, 100% vegan diet. So basically, my foods was coming from fruits and vegetables, and some bread, potatoes, and different other foods I can't think of off the top of my head. But I have a cookbook that will show you the different recipes, whether it's home fries, different recipes my wife made, smoothie options that you would like as well, that will support you and your weight loss journey specifically. Also, for last but not least, doing a diet that has carbs is a lot easier to maintain. If I told you to, for instance, think of your favorite food. So now you have that in your head. Now, to whatever your goal is, you have to get rid of that favorite food. Now, that's a lot more of a struggle than just saying like, hey, Billy, instead of 10 Pop-Tarts a day, let's try to knock it down to 6. Instead of 20 cigarettes per day, let's try to knock it down to 15. Let's slowly, methodically ease out of it, so your body needs less and less of it over time, and you're not dependent on whatever the negative thing you used to do. Let's slowly get out of it and build discipline. That's how, or this is the reason why I'm getting off on a tangent on why carbs are easier to maintain. Because if I tell you that, like, okay, eliminate carbs, it's going to be difficult. There's basically everything has carbs in it, except for some meats and some high processed juices or water. Water doesn't have any carbs, so if you're going to go that route, that's another thing. But easier to maintain because you don't have to do a whole lot of sacrificing, and mentally losing weight or coming to the gym is already hard. So having that on top of it will make your goals even harder. So that's pretty much it, guys. High energy is what carbs will do for you. Losing weight will support you, or carbs will support your ability to lose weight. Now, as far as carbs, I'm not talking about processed carbs. I'm talking about carbs that come from foods that are typically homegrown or from the earth, whether it's vegetables, fruit, potatoes, things of that nature. I'm not talking about Pop-Tarts. I'm not talking about Doritos or high sugar Snickers bars or chocolate. Not what I'm talking about. So this is all about context and easier to maintain. Eating carbs with your food, whether it's you don't need to make those overbearing sacrifices where you're only eating, I don't know, meat all the time, or you're only eating foods that are, you know, some sort of juice that you were marketed was a weight loss juice that was high protein, low calorie, or protein shake. You can eat carbs and make progress. And I made a video later on about the best way to lose weight. But the bottom line is your calories have to be in order. And the easiest way for your calories to be in order is if you, first of all, count them to make sure you know what you're eating, but also eat foods that are low calorie and very, very filling. An example would be oatmeal, fruit, veggies, very, very filling, and compared to other foods that are more processed like meats, or maybe peanut butter and jelly sandwich would be an example, or my favorite, flavor blasted goldfish. You want to avoid high processed foods that have carbs that won't support you, and substitute those for foods that are going to be more nutrient dense. And again, I go over that in my book. That will definitely support you. And then comment down below if you're interested in that. But that's it, guys. If you have any comments, questions, comment down at the bottom, and take it easy. You guys have a good one. Peace.